Hey, and welcome to Vegan Steven's Food for All, where I show you the foods I cook in my vegan kitchen, and you should try them too, because it's good for you, your kids, their kids, and the earth. Today I want to show you how I make arepas, a Venezuelan and Colombian staple food. Arepas are essentially corn flour patties that can be grilled, baked, fried, boiled, or steamed, then stuffed with anything your heart, or belly, desires. Today I'm whipping up some plantains, black beans, soy chorizo, and other assorted fillings for my arepas. If you've never tried arepas before, you've got to go to a restaurant that serves them or make these ones at home. Let's check out our ingredients. First, white corn flour. We'll mix this with water and salt to form the arepa batter. Today we're going to cook our arepas on this special griddle. This will ensure that the arepas appear uniform and cook evenly. If you want to cook your arepas differently, do some Googling and you'll find tons of alternative methods. Now to our fillings. 2 plantains to be sliced, seasoned, and pan-fried. 1 can of black beans to be cooked with garlic, onion, green, red, and orange bell pepper. Trader Joe's soy chorizo. I'm not a huge alternative meat guy, but when using meat subs, I find it best to go for things that are heavily seasoned. Traditional chorizo is a heavily spiced pork sausage with most of the flavor supplied by the spices. So, with the correct spices, the chorizo alternative will taste similar to traditional chorizo. And per usual, Trader Joe's brand is excellent. Sponsor me. Trader Joe's, I'm gonna name my firstborn son Trader Joe. Okay, sorry, I'm a weird guy. Alright. Purple cabbage for a quick crunchy slaw. Cilantro for garnish. And spices for our black beans and plantains. Let's prep. First, our black beans. Here we have 1 can of black beans, 1 clove garlic, half of a yellow onion, and leftover segments of orange and red bell pepper. I'll only use a 1-inch section of my orange pepper. Remove the ribs. Slice to strips. And dice. Then repeat with a section of red bell pepper. Remove the peel from your onion. Make a few horizontal slices. Some vertical slices. And chop to a dice. I only use this much of mine and place the rest in a to-go container for later use. Next, garlic. Chop the root off, bash it, remove the peel, make some vertical incisions, chop slices. Be sure to add a pinch of salt to prevent the garlic from sticking to your blade, and mince. I placed my prepped veggies in a container for easy access later. Now for our purple cabbage slaw. Here we have 1 purple cabbage, lime juice, and a mixing bowl. Have your cabbage. Quarter it. Remove the core. Slice to thin strips. And repeat. Place the cabbage in your mixing bowl. Add about 2 tablespoons of lime juice, a pinch of salt, and mix. Check out my plantain fusion bowl episode for another use of this slaw. Did I mention that I have a cameraman for this episode?
How's that taste?
Good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now our plantains. This is 2 plantains, a bowl, and some spices. Top and tail your plantains. Make a surgeon slice, and remove the peel. Slice 1/4-inch slices on a bias and place in your bowl. Add a tablespoon of oil, a heavy pinch of salt, a half teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon chili powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon to accentuate the sweetness of the plantains. Mix that up and set aside. Now for the arepa batter. Here we have white corn flour, salt, water, a mixing bowl, and a griddle. If only I had a Venezuelan friend who could teach us how to make arepa batter. Oh, hey Bella.
Hey,
Thanks for coming.
thanks for having me.
This is Bella. She's Venezuelan and knows how to make arepas.
Hola, soy Bella, soy venezolana y sé cómo hacer arepas.
I met Bella and her husband Ben while we were in college. Bella's going to show us how to make arepas, and Ben's our cameraman today.
That's right.
I'm sure Bella will agree with me that I'm a much better Super Smash player than Ben.
That's right.
And I'm better at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And most other things.
You know it.
Wow, thanks Bella, what a nice confidence boost for me. Sorry, Ben. Now Bella's going to take over and show us how to make arepas.
You can start making the arepa dough one of two ways. You can do what I'm doing here, which is adding the water first and then adding the flour slowly over time, or you can add the flour to the bowl first and then slowly add water. I grew up doing it this way, but feel free to try either one. Since I have done this hundreds of billions of times, I know what I want the consistency to be. For your first attempt at making arepas, I would encourage you to follow the instructions on the Harina P.A.N packaging. You want the arepa dough to be just solid enough that you can make it into a ball without losing its shape. It doesn't have to be exactly right, just try to get it close enough. Adding the flour slowly will allow you to reach the desired consistency without overshooting it. You should add a dash of salt too, to enhance the flavor.
Now that the arepa mix is ready, let's prepare our fillings. Drop 2 tablespoons of oil into a cast iron for the plantains and 1 tablespoon into a pan for your beans. I'm using avocado oil here. Avocado oil is good for high temperature frying like what we're doing in our cast iron. In with our prepped veg, and in with our plantains. Here's some nice sizzle. Move your plantains around to coat evenly in oil. Add a pinch of salt, half teaspoon chili powder, and a half teaspoon cumin to your vegetables. Here my flame was a touch high on the plantains, so I lowered the heat, scraped beneath them, and mixed thoroughly. I strained about half the liquid out of my black beans before adding them to the veggies. My plantains were on the borderline of burning here, so I reduced the heat and added some oil. I then covered my beans so the liquid wouldn't reduce anymore. My best advice with the plantains is to keep them moving around and add oil if the pan is drying out. If you don't have enough oil, that's when they'll start to burn. Mine are cooked through and have some color, so I'll remove them from the heat. Grab another pan for your soy chorizo and drop in a tablespoon of oil on medium heat. Give the black beans a mix. Add a half teaspoon each of cumin and chili powder. Then fill your black bean can a quarter of the way with water and add that in. I always cook my beans in liquid so they don't dry out. Taste and adjust salt as needed. I added about 2 teaspoons total. Then cover, reduce the heat to low, and simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. Now for our soy chorizo, or soy riso. This soy riso even comes in a faux casing like the real thing. Man, Trader Joe's. Go to Trader Joe's, buy everything from Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's. Sponsor me, Trader Joe's. What are you doing? This is a fantastic opportunity for you. Like, just give me a discount or something. I mean, come on. I love your store, and I have a great show, and I'm just trying, man. Come on, sponsor me, please. Okay, my pan is nice and hot. Check out this sizzle. We want a hot pan so we can develop some crispy bits in our soy riso. Mix that up to coat evenly in oil, then press against the pan so a crust will form underneath. Let that sit for about a minute, then mix, press, and leave for another minute. My black beans are good, so I'll set them off camera. Keep mixing your soy riso and pressing it against the pan to develop some crispy bits. In total, I mixed and pressed 5 to 6 times and cooked for a total of about 7 to 8 minutes. If you're gonna try vegan meat substitutes, I feel comfortable recommending this one. It's real tasty. Now that our fillings are prepared, let's cook some arepas. Bella?
For time's sakes, we decided to use an arepa maker, and if you're lucky enough to have one, just drop the ball of dough in each section and close it and let it cook. Listen to that sizzle.
Oh yeah. Here's Bella's sweet dance moves, and Ben's thoughts on the arepas.
Oh, check out that steam coming out of there. I'm gonna let that roll for a sec.
I have weird friends, and they're awesome. I stepped away from the action for a bit, so Ben, Bella, and Angela added this shot of my second grade yearbook photo. Funny. Second grade was a tough time for me. Fast forward about 15 minutes, and here's our first batch of arepas. Look at these bad boys.
Aren't they gorgeous?
We'll cover them with a towel to stay warm while we cook a few more batches. In total, we made 15 arepas, then set up our table with the accompaniments. Nice. We have plantains, purple cabbage, smashed avocado, soy riso, hot sauce, black beans, cilantro, and of course, arepas. Now the fun part, eating. First cut them open, check the steam coming out of these. Once open, stuff them with whatever you want, and devour. Here's a way too close-up of me eating an arepa that Ben made me include. I hope you'll try these at home. They're great for a crowd, super comforting, customizable, and did I mention that they taste amazing? Total cost for everything you saw on our table was $14.98, and it fed 4 people with leftovers. That's value. Check the description of this video for an itemized cost breakdown. Support me by subscribing to this channel, telling a friend about it, sharing on the social medias, and consider becoming a patron. Thanks.
Yeah.
You can see almost your whole self. That's so funny. You
I don't like that.
Like just your
That's
chin.
hilarious.
That's good.
is cut
Huh.
off.
Let me do that again. Just like that.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Alright, so now we want to make the dough stuff too.